Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily angel message for you. This is for Friday, July 4th. Happy 4th of July. If you're in the United States, this is a day where we celebrate independence, and this is very much a, um, very much a memorable and a much needed day to remember, our spiritual independence, to work toward that spiritual independence. And with that, everything that comes, all the abundance that comes with that. And in the United States, it's a very meaningful time to really look at, as an individual soul, what we do each day to help bring peace into the world. Um, the smallest gesture can be the most freeing for someone else. So I'm just going to add that little blurb. And so we have today, I have a message from Spirit as well, and I'm thinking that it's going to come up. It's going to come up in the cards as well. That's kind of how Spirit works. When they want something to be known, they bring it up in the cards. So I have the Blessed Bee deck, and I have the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. And if you haven't seen yet the quick reads, take a look at those, because those can help you out as well. So let's get started. What is the blessing for this 4th of July, Friday the 4th of July? Ooh, and it looks like we have two coming out. Awesome. And let's see what they are. So we have a blessing on friendship. And I feel, I've always said this card has a double meaning. This refers to a blessing and a friendship with Spirit. And this, with the magical unicorn there, and she's just enamored and, really giving a hug to the unicorn. This is a friendship with the unseen, and that's this is part of the message that Spirit gave me to give to you today. But this is equals a 14, it's equals 5, so change is happening. But this is a blessing on friendships in the earthly realm and in the spiritual realm. And so what Spirit told me to tell you, this is perfect. I just gotta find where it starts, but they wanted me to share with you. They wanted me to share with you how loved you really, truly are, and how they are around you. They are around you even though you don't see them. Spirit, Spirit is around you and supporting you. And, many of you may or you may not recognize this, but they're around you. And sometimes, they wanted me to stress this, that sometimes they bring other people into your life to help comfort or support you. When they bring other people, they're called sometimes they're called they're called stand-ins, and I'll give you a story in a minute. Stand-ins, and to support, to let you know how much what you're doing in the world matters, and how loved you are, and how to keep going and keep making a difference, because what you're doing is helping. It's the smallest gesture is helping the world become better. And so they wanted me to share that with you. And I'll tell you the story after this blessing. So a blessing on a resolution. This is a number 27, which equals 9. We're in the year of the wood snake, so cutting out everything that no longer serves us. She's got the sword of truth against her heart, measuring, what it is that serves her, and what resonates with her heart, and what no longer resonates is leaving. and Spirit is helping to cut that out, to cut that away. And this is a blessing on a resolution, things coming to an end. And this is 9, ending of a cycle. So things coming to an end, for a higher purpose in your life. So the story that I have quickly about, and then I'll get to the Magical Mermaids deck. So there was twice on my journey, 2 different times where I had what, I've been taught that it's called a stand-in. Spirit brings someone into the earthly realm, to come in and let you know how good of a job you're doing. And the first time it happened, I was in healthcare, and I was doing seminars, and the seminars weren't going, weren't highly attended, and I started questioning, like many of you may be doing now. You may be questioning, well, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really making a difference? And well, lo and behold, at the end of the night, one of these seminar nights, this old lady shows up, and she, is dressed in raggy clothes, and, she just pops up in the room, and everything is over. And she's, and it's late. It's probably, 9 o'clock at night. And she said, well, I need to get a ride back into town. And we said, well, boy, the transportation, is no longer operating. And, we said, yeah, there's nothing. And I said, you know what? I'll give you a ride. And she was like, okay. So I got my car and I picked her up at the front door. She got in my car and she just started telling me what a good thing I was doing with all of these seminars, and how it's putting out love, it's putting out, all this good stuff into the community, and that I should keep going. And then I dropped, I said, could I drop you off somewhere? And she said, no, here's fine. It was at the corner of a town, in a town. It was at the corner, like a 4-way stop. So I dropped her off. I stopped at the stop sign. She opened the door. She got out. I looked the other way to see if anything was coming, and I looked down the street, and she was gone. It was just like poof, she was gone. And that's what you call a stand-in, and then I had it happen again, with a homeless veteran. And yeah, and it was really interesting. And I discovered that, he too had just disappeared. He told me that he had a job at this local gas station and he needed a ride. And, so I gave him a ride, like from one end of the town to the other. So it wasn't very far. And, he too was saying, oh my God, wow, what good things you've done, and all this stuff that you've done in your life. And, and then I dropped him off at the gas station. I stopped back there the next day and I said, oh, did the guy that mops the floors, did he get in okay? And they said, we don't have a guy that mops the floors that comes in special. And I said, oh my God. So it was so funny. And the guy was so quirky. He was like, before I left, he was like waving at me and jumping up and down, like all excited, and saying, thank you for the ride, but that, I'm sure that there's some of you out there that have these same stories, about, spirit coming into the earth realm, into a physical body to, give you that. But even if you don't see them, they're telling me to tell you this. Even if you don't see them, or feel them around you, they are around you. And, when you're praying, when you're calling them in, they come and they are around you. They want you to know how much you're loved today. and they want you to know that they are there supporting you. Okay, so very powerful message for today. And let's get some magical mermaids. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have divine magic. Yeah, there's extra magic. I feel it. There's this synergy. The past 2 days have been extra magical. There's this synergy in the air that is ripe for magic to happen. And this is divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. So surrender, keeping your thoughts so positive and in gratitude. And there are, this is a time, this is the overall energy for today. There's time for miracles and magic to happen. And then we have Father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. So surrendering, whatever may be concerning you, anything that is, anything that has been a burden, surrendering that to the Most High, to the flow of love, and sending out love to anyone involved. In that way, you're letting the universe know, I want more love. I'm choosing love in my life. So yeah, really powerful. And I'm just looking at the card to see what I intuitively read off of the card as well. So he's got the wand, though, you see the wand, which symbolizes that new projects, and the fork on the wand matches the fork on matches the top of his crown. So I feel like what this I'm interpreting this as, it's like any worries, any burdens that you've had, there maybe have been three main ones. Those burdens, those worries, as you surrender them, they're going to turn into blessings, into power. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this card. Really powerful. Okay, let's go on, and we have a new dawn. Yeah, today symbolizes a new dawn for everyone. The worst is behind you. It's positive new experiences are on the horizon as you change internally, which means in your mind, the thoughts in your mind, the thoughts trigger emotions. As we change all of that internally, everything starts changing around us. And this is a new dawn coming in with new experiences. So that's why it's so important to stay in the moment, stay positive with your breath work, and positive affirmations. And I am safe. I am enough. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am divine. I am love. I am loved. And then this is empowerment. Yeah, you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. And this is that empowerment that I feel is coming through today from Spirit, letting you know that they are around you, supporting you, empowering you to keep going forward no matter what. And that, all of this, all of what's happening around you is happening for the divine higher purpose, of lessons, and of really rising in our ascending to our spiritual self. As you can see there's ascension happening. So keep going, and whatever is going on today, you're getting the signs that you're supported, you're loved, you're encouraged to keep going, that you're more powerful. And then it says dream big. This card is really about reflecting and manifesting, keeping your thoughts on what you want, not on what you don't want. So if you're trying to manifest, it says let go of small thoughts about yourself. Yep. See yourself succeeding. You can say, I am successful. I am love. I am bountiful. I am blissful. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am safe in my power. But this is allowing yourself to dream big, allowing yourself to recognize the beauty, the spirit inside of you. And I just got a burp, so releasing any fear about that, because you are more powerful than you think or feel right now. And our thoughts create our reality. So this is spirit today, really driving home to stay empowered, that this is a new dawn coming for you, but stay empowered, keep going. And any healing that needs to be done, surrender it to the Most High. They are here to support you, and that there is the overall energy, there's divine magic happening right now. So I hope this helps, and I wish you a happy 4th of July, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.